Hello, hello. My name is Steph. If you'd like to come on and have a seat for some symbolic support. If you are new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome home. I'm so grateful that you're here. The other day, we scried a scroll. The link will be below to the OG. And as promised, we're going to flip it for perspective possibilities, scrying for shapes and symbols that may speak to our psyche and psychic senses. As well, we'll add on tarot and oracle. And where Mr. Ghosty here is kicking, we have Ghost Tube for any audio editions from the afterlife that may further add to our auric adventures. Overall, please do receive a release freely.
Framed.
Before we get in there, thank you so much for your time, attention, and awareness, as your presence and perspective is powerful. Gratitude galore. Just for you being you. All right, let's go. If you would like to open up with me, or you can fast forward through. Taking a nice deep breath. Closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception.
Maryland.
Releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name and honor of anyone here at any time. Thank you for being my muse, and may you meet a message with meaning. Oops, sorry, I'm skewed. My voice is very funny in this one. So let me clear my throat. If you see, sense, or feel anything, please feel well to comment below, drop an emoji. Any interactions with the channel is appreciated. All right. And if you do take a screenshot, personal use only. Okay. There is
Trapped.
There's a being. Okay, so one rabbit hole I'm just going to jump right in here is there's an alien type energy. Could be an elemental. Okay, it's fine. They are they're watching when your lights go on and off. I know this can be a little bit of a creepy message the way I'm saying it, and I don't want it to feel that way. It's almost like Marvin the Martian. You actually know this energy, but they're very, very mindful in the way they approach you. They keep a distance, but even that can be a little creepy, right? When somebody keeps a distance, that's cool, but then also when somebody keeps a distance, it's a little eepy-cray.
Tell me about it.
And it's just got that kind of air. Now, if it's something that you know is not necessarily in kind of like this realm, and you know it's a person, alive and animated, I imagine, like, as I'm seeing this, like the scryical, you've got your eye on it. Very, like, detective work. I also see somebody... how do I say that? Okay, there's like this waving of something. It's very, very distracting. I'm not sure if it's this energy or if there's a different energy like waving at me. There's another kind of game coming through. I'll put the OG scribe below, the link in the description box. I think it's like
Liar.
Shuffleboard. I'm not lying. Like, I'll put the link below. Now I'll probably forget and make a liar out of me. I think it's Shuffleboard. I think it looks like pool or it looks like lawn bowling, but there's sticks involved. It's not curling. There's stick things involved. I don't know what this game is. I also see straw dolls and witches' brooms. Straw dolls and witches' brooms. So the OG side, I think, mentioned something about witches, at least GhostTube did, but I wasn't expecting it to be here. There's a conversation between two heads. They are bear cubs. This feels friendly, like I'm making friends, but they're on
Louder.
Those toys from the playgrounds, when, at least when I was young, and they were on springs, and you could just go back and forth, back and forth. That's the kind of conversation they are, but they're not actually going back and forth. They're quite still. Oh, it's lacrosse. Lacrosse. It's not. Well, maybe shuffleboard. If shuffleboard's done on like a table,
How do you
but
feel?
it's lacrosse. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Super, super helpful. Start adding on some. Tarot and Oracle and the Shaman's palm configurations. There's something going on down here. I'm just trying to figure out what it is. There's a strength being built. Yeah, see, because I'm seeing like E.T. When I zoom way out, like E.T. phone home.
Protect.
But I think you know them. Or at least I'm getting, if you're here, you know them. Movement, the ostrich. Thank you. Do you see how, I will try to share, maybe I have to go about this way. That shape, and it's like that shape, but it's like looking back. That neck. There's all these necks, and then the spring necks, cave of ice. Okay, this is a random thing. Is somebody moving a mountain, or has a mountain moved, or an island moved? Like moved, actually moved coordinates, like that shuffleboard thing, or this pushing. Maybe it's you. Head out of the sand. There's some sort of wind. I see the windmill in there. Some of you might be picking up and moving. Details, details, details in the cave of winds. Clarity is coming through. Where do I want to move? This doesn't have to be physical. It could also be metaphysical. Oh, maybe it's the eye. Land. Eye. Big eye. Land.
Are you okay?
Cave of Hearth Fire is a sad embrace. It's cold. I was just thinking about how cold I am here, because I might be a little sad. I might feel a little left out in my heart space. Because something's going one way and I'm being asked to go the other way. Also, if this message is for one or a few, thank you for holding space. You have remained here and somebody has departed. Like they had to go their way. It was their time and you're still here. And you might be going through a lot of paperwork, things, details that like really brings it all up, and it quasi wants to freeze me again. And now I'm in the ice sculpture, which brings me to the beginning ish feel of the OG Scry. Somewhere there was a nice sculpture in there. For someone else as well, this feels as though you are considering moving, jobs, rooms, furniture, areas of interest, expanding. It's about expanding, less worrying about, it's like in order to sculpt the clay, we must release all the clay and allow pieces to fall, or wood carve, whatever the case is. I'm sure that didn't make sense. I feel very reflective in my own mind of all of the knowledge I may have. And I don't want to say where has it gotten me, but how am I using it? Am I even using it? Do I want to continue to use it? Or can I archive? Can I archive a little bit? And that in and of itself still has in the heart space some grief, like maybe going through like regrets. I didn't do anything with that, or there's still
Gemini.
reflections. Okay, so then in the cave of rivers, I'm not even here, sorry, the spark comes through, but I'm seeing like the bleeding hearts in like this background here of this grass. This might be an elemental energy versus alien-y, but it's, I don't know, maybe I would still see it as alien-y. It's like it comes out. Something hears my woes. Some of you also might have a doll or a stuffy or an item that, like a worry stone or a doll or something that you, even if it's like a metal object, a hammer, that you kind of infuse with this energy. It's almost as if, though, while I'm releasing this and melting my heart as I'm going through the details, which is about making movement, and even if it's in the mental mind, and it's like my heart gets to melt, bleeding hearts a little bit, Cave of Earth Fires. Yeah, and then that's where it takes me. Like Helgon, take me away, flying in the magic stream, and it melts that into, it's like that's the process on Earth, like where all these magical streams are, what's on the bottom, coming apart. And it creates the water that flows, and then the steam that can fly high. There's still something about lacrosse in here. Something about lacrosse. Also something about witch's tools or wizard. Whatever your choices are.
Warm.
There's something like the clay. Like having to carve. Place things. I think I'm in shuffleboard again. I'm also cooking. I'm cooking. I'm in a kitchen. It's very, very old kitchen. And I am placing things like in an old brick oven. Like it's like that shape. There's all these bricks. And almost like if I was standing here, that thing. Like a pizza oven slidey thingy. Something happens when I sleep as well. What is it? 10 of coins, 9 of cups. I might even go through a lot of this in my sleep state. And because then I'm also hearing the song from Patsy Cline. I fall to pieces. Somebody's definitely transitioned into spirit. And that's making me very sad. I still have, sadness about that. 5 of coins, judgment, and the devil. Left out in the cold. We were talking about that up there. And even though I am like here finding details of whatever 9 of cups and 10 of coins is, it's like every so often I don't know if it's depression or I have these moments of solace and solitude, and I have to make a judgment, 8 of swords on the bottom, because there's separation. The water and the steam are it's like there's all these, it's the one substance in 3 different ways, in ice, in steam, and flowing freely. And the message, at least for me, that's coming through in whatever space of relativity this is for you, the cross keeps coming in. So I don't know if it's like eloquently extending that, maybe it's somebody across the waters. that you can't reach, or you can't be together, or it's a job that's across the waters and you got to make that decision. Somebody that's in spirit and you're still here in or feeling like ice, but really they're trying to help you melt into flowing water. And that's how I see actually the devil is like this fire energy for, that's how I'm seeing it, like fire power to melt all this into a magic stream. And then the stream brings me into streaming like televisions and shows and seeing these symbols and shapes and reminders of how blissfully lucky you are. And I'm still with you through that as you move on with love. And we still have conversations in the sleep state. If this is within the self of depression, I feel like I talk myself in and I talk myself out. I talk myself in and then I talk myself out. All right, I'm going to let you go. I hope this did serve, inspire, educate, or entertain.
Haunt.
I will see you again soon. And for any haunted hearts out there or haunted mindscapes, please know we're here together. I will see you again soon. So much love. Bye. I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control.